Hello, my angels. How are you guys doing today? I had been thinking about how much I tell you guys about downsizing and all those type of things. So today I want to tell you how to apply and find senior housing, affordable senior housing for yourselves. And this way, if you're in a big home that you need to get out of, you can downsize. If you're on a fixed income, Social Security, it may be time to look into affordable senior housing. A lot of times the process can feel overwhelming if it's not something you're used to. And senior living usually starts at the age of 55, where you can move into senior housing. 55 to 62 is around the age where you can start moving into a senior living facility. And a lot of times you wonder, where do I even start? So today I want to help you take those steps to locate and find senior housing in your area. The first thing you want to do is, what can you afford? Before you start looking for senior housing, write down exactly what your income is. Make sure you take income from every source that you have and write that down. Write down what your expenses are. What do you have to pay out every month? That a lot of times will give you an average of what you can afford to pay every month. And don't forget to include your utilities, your car payments if you have one, car insurance, food, medications that you have to pay for. Make sure you include everything so you can get an accurate amount of what you can afford. The goal is not to just find cheap apartments. The goal is to find an apartment that you can afford every month. Number 2, gather all the information you need and have it stored in one location. Having your documents ready, so if you get a call or a letter, you can look right into that folder or that digital app and find all of your information. Some of the things you may need is your ID, your Social Security card, paperwork on your Social Security, how much you receive a month, your tax information, bank statements, and maybe sometimes they want to know what type of assets you have. So just have everything that they may need in a folder so you have easy access and ready at all times. Number 3, start looking for your subsidized or income-based housing for senior citizens. This is something important to look for as far as senior living, because there are so many out there based off of different criteria. Some senior livings are based solely for older seniors with limited income. Depending on the circumstances, your rent may be based off of your income rather than the normal marketplace value. You might hear terms like income-based housing, subsidized housing, Section 8, or housing vouchers. And whatever you do, don't assume you won't qualify. When you start making assumptions, you put yourself out of the race already. The income and the requirements vary from state to state, city to city. So just make sure you find out where you're looking and what their requirements are. Every senior housing is not the same. They all have different type of rules. Number 4, don't limit yourself to one senior housing complex. Make a list of all the senior housing in your area. Call them, ask them questions. Be sure to ask them if they have a income-based program. What are the income requirements? And is there a wait list? How do you apply? What documents do I need? And you may make your decision on where you want to move based off of the wait list. If you're ready to move, you may find you want to get on a short wait list, because sometimes the wait lists it can go from month to month, or it can go by years. It all depends on the facility. Number 5, but what you want to do is definitely get on that wait list sooner than later. I did apply for senior living probably about 2 or 3 years, maybe 3 years ago now. And I applied on a wait list for affordable senior living, and it was based off of my income. And I had been on that wait list for over a year, and I would call and they said, no, we still don't have any openings. And so at some point I decided I didn't want to live in senior living. So I did call them and tell them to take me off of the wait list. But I had also applied for another place, and they called me and told me they had a place available. But I remember when I looked at the place, I did not care for it. The stove was too small. And then when you go there, they will tell you a lot about the rules and the regulations. And so it kind of threw me off, because there was one place where you couldn't go to different floors of the facility, where you couldn't have overnight guests. And it kind of threw me off. And so in the long run, I decided it would just be better for me to stay where I'm at. I'd be paying either less or about the same amount. So what's the point in moving to some place where I'm more regulated with my lifestyle? So being on a wait list is something I really want to emphasize. If you're in a desperate need, this would not be the thing that you want to do, because that wait list, like I say, it can vary. It can go for years, it can go for months. But just don't wait until you're desperately looking for a place to stay. This is something that you want to think about, you want to investigate, and really decide if this is something you want to do. And when you do apply, make sure that you keep them updated on your phone number, your information, your housing income, your housing situation. So let them know. So, because, things change. You may have a roommate or something, who knows? But just make sure you keep them updated on all your information. Number 6, don't be embarrassed to ask for help. Sometimes filling out these applications can get a little frustrating, because it's a lot of things you have to write down. So if you don't feel comfortable doing it alone, find someone you trust to help you fill out the information. Or you can call the housing authorities, and sometimes they have people who assist seniors with filling out information. Because the thing about it, there are resources out there that help seniors with information, with help. So sometimes all it takes is a phone call to your senior citizen advocate or whatever, and find that in your city, and that they can help you with so many things. Because there's no shame in asking for help. We all need help at some point. Number 7, watch out for scams. Because there are so many people looking for subsidized housing for seniors or affordable housing for seniors, that there are some people out there ready to scam on the elderly, as we know. Because this type of housing is in high demand right now. So whatever you do, be careful if someone is promising you, we have an apartment ready now, just give us cash money and we can get you in, by next month or something. Just watch out for scams. Call numbers, make sure you verify who you're talking to, or the housing authority that you're talking to. Make sure you are not falling for any of these scams that are out there. You have to verify that you are dealing with the housing authorities before you give your money over to anyone. And last but not least, don't give up. If you get a no, don't give up. Keep going. You might call one place and find out the wait list is closed. Don't let that be your stopping point. Keep searching for these places. You might apply somewhere and not qualify. Don't let that be a stop for you. Just keep going. You might find a place that's affordable, but it doesn't fit your needs. That's okay. Keep looking. There are other options out there for you. Keep a list of the agencies that you've contacted, the housing places that you've contacted. Keep a list of those and find out when maybe you could call back. But I'd give myself maybe a 2-year head start before, it's really needed for you to move. I would start, if that's something that you're really thinking about, I would start looking before I retire. That would be something that I did. And I remember talking to my sister, and she told me that when I was looking for, affordable housing, she said, that's one of the smartest things I thought you could have done. So then that made her do it. So now she's on a wait list, and she's waiting to move to a senior living facility, and she's looking forward to it. The one she's moving to, I don't think is income based. She just wants to live in a place where there's other people around her age that she can be around and everything. So that's something that she's looking forward to. So with this video, what I want to tell you is that finding affordable senior housing takes a lot of patience. But it can be done. There are resources out there for you. And, even if you want to move into a senior living facility where you can be around, like-minded people or age-oriented people, senior living can be a wonderful place to be. I thought it would be a great place for me to live, but I think I'd just rather stay where I'm at. I thought I wanted to be around a lot of people and stuff. And the more I thought about it, I said people would probably be coming to my house all the time, knocking on my door, because sometimes I don't know when to say no to people. And it probably wouldn't have been good for me because, as you get older, you're looking for company. You're looking for people to have, something in common with. And they have game nights and all that stuff at the senior living. So I'd probably have people knocking on my door. Hey, you want to go down and play Scrabble and, things like that. But if you are struggling with housing costs right now, today is the day to start making those calls. Don't wait until you're panicking and trying to find a place to stay. Follow some of these steps and really look into it and see, is this something that you want to do? And remember, needing affordable housing does not mean you're a failure. It just means that you have a limited income and you're trying to stretch your dollar further. That's what it means. We are all not, we all don't have the same income. So actually looking for an affordable place to stay is a smart decision. So go ahead and start making those calls today if that's something you want to look into. You guys take care, and I'll see you in the next video.